Alright, Diablo 2 Resurrected 2.4 patch and ladder update for March 24th. So this is just now 1:15 p.m. This is just right now. We're going to go ahead and look over this real quick. Diablo 2 Resurrected 2.4 ladder update for March 24th. We wanted to provide an update to the Diablo community regarding the latest on the 2.4 patch change and our very first ladder season. First, we just wanted to thank everybody's feedback and testing over the last several weeks as we honed in the various database server and balancing changes that will be arriving with the update on D2R 2.4. Originally, we planned to have this update out by the end of the month, but unfortunately ran into some snags. I know for first reaction maybe, here we go again. Am I right, fellas? But, which everyone has every right to say, as getting this update perfected for ladder has been quite a journey. But we did want to explain some of the circumstances that led to the adjustment in the date, and at the same time provide you with the update on the expected release of 2.4 and the start of the ladder to ensure players have enough time to plan for the race that occurs within the start of each ladder season. So yeah, right, he nailed exactly what everyone's thinking. Here we go again, because, I mean, here we go again. It is, if it just always happens, you know, it always happens. You know, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you keep saying you're not like someone who's a smoker, but you smoke cigarettes every day. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. You're a smoker. Even if you say you're not, you are, because you do it every day, every time. So what happened here? As you may recall, we've been working through extensive updates on the back end and database service for the game over the last few months. The team has been implementing these updates to the server and database using learning from PTR and from the immense help the community provided during these test phases. Last week, we had some extensive downtime for D2R, which was to implement the final batch of changes from our PTR to our production environments. During this update, we unfortunately ran into quite a few showstoppers that did not appear on PTR but were present in the production environments. Due to that, we extended the maintenance as we needed to roll back the changes so we didn't affect users and could get the game back up and running. See, I've been playing offline for a little bit here, so I didn't even realize that there was these huge problems with the new patch that came out, but you know, at least they're giving us this update, huh? So we'll go ahead and keep going down here. So what were the showstoppers? We experienced an issue where a good swath of stashes did not convert correctly. So okay, so they tried to run some experiment where they transferred over from ladder to non-ladder, and it completely didn't work apparently. Let's see, there were missing indexes on the characters, which was causing things to go much slower in production, and this was not noticeable in PTR. This then led to slow joining and creating of games. We were able to, okay, so there was just a problem with the characters, and then people weren't able to create games and stuff. Lastly, because PTR was just one single region database, we experienced a few additional database issues on production, as that has multiple regions and thus didn't surface some of the errors we were seeing. Thankfully, this will be addressed in the future PTRs, since there will be multiple region databases going forward. So this will be addressed in future PTRs. So that means there's going to be another PTR before they get to launching the patch and doing the next ladder. If anybody has any other reading of that than saying there's going to be future PTRs, because they say there will be future PTRs, you know, but that's what it looks like right there. Since last week's maintenance, the team has been able to identify and address all these issues. We will be doing another maintenance for the D2R to implement these changes to production on March 29th. We expect downtime to be around 6 hours for these changes. These updates will allow us to have an improved experience during high load times, where we will otherwise need to rely on longer queues times and higher rates, limiting on game sessions during very high traffic situations. With that maintenance, we should be good to go for getting 2.4 out to users. 2.4 is currently planned for April 14th release. So there you go, April 14th is what they're planning for that. Ladder following 2 weeks later on April 28th. So we'll see if that happens. because I don't know, they said up here that this will be addressed in future PTRs, so they're gonna do another PTR in the next week and then be able to have the patch by the 14th and ladder by the end of April, so another month. I guess that can happen, so it is what it is. We got some hard dates here, at least April 14th for the patch and April 28th for the ladder, so we purposely wanted to have the gap between the 2.4 launch and the ladder in order to give the team some time to react to any further unforeseen issues that may arise on PC and console from deploying the 2.4 patch itself and ensuring the smoothest possible ladder season one start. Again, we apologize for the delay with this update, but we want to ensure that we create the most optimal and fair environment for the first ever Diablo 2 Resurrected ladder season. We do have some great community events and plans for the ladder launch, which will be revealing in the coming weeks. So there's official, pretty much the main headline here that everyone needs to concern about and worry about. April 14th release of the patch, and April 28th is what they're saying is going to be the ladder. So right there, at least we got a note of what it's going to be. It's going to be a full month before the first ladder. It is what it is. So there you go. We have it settled.